for some peace of mind, but TikTok said a gator drove a jeep through the blinds. Florida man's at it again with fireworks and a goat, and someone married a ghost in a Dollar Tree coat. Hey, what in the Walmart rapture is going on? Aliens dancing in a Waffle House song. Karen's got a taser in the checkout line, and Dr. Oz just adopted birds to fight off crime. Oh, I'm just sitting here scrolling, my jaw on the floor. The internet's a circus and I can't take no more. Yeah, when it's wildin', there's a raccoon in the sink. Someone robbed a Wendy's just to steal a frosty drink. A pastor's gone viral yelling about the end is near, while folks ride hoverboards in wedding gear. Hey, what in the Walmart rapture is this mess? Florida's a movie, but it's filmed in VHS. Someone fed meth to a squirrel named Dave, and now he's in a cage just throwing rave. I'm just...
Good morning, everyone. It's Mo here. Looking at myself now on screen, I kind of feel like I'm trying out for the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which is a kind of odd thing. I've never looked so conventional. It's kind of weird. I feel like I should go shop at the Gap. I'm having an existential crisis. I'm like, I look too normally. Anywho, beyond my random maladaptive ability to confuse myself, it is Thursday, and look, the world is nutty. I'll give y'all the headlines. I'm not telling y'all how to think. I don't have any good idea. I kind of, finished my day and started watching this old Kevin Bacon series about a serial unaliving cult. So I unplugged from everything. So I don't even have my own hot take on a lot of these headlines. But I will at least give them to you, and then we will spend most of the day, or most of the time, looking at the absurd, because what in the actual Walmart rapture is going on? 2026 is like, 2025, you underachiever, I'm going to win. Well, unless you are living under a rock or trying to unplug from everything like me, you maybe were not aware that there was an ICE agent involved shooting that happened in Minneapolis. Now, there are a lot of different hot takes. There does appear to be multiple footage angles and things like that. Dramatic video shows the moment that an ICE agent opened fire and took the life of a 37-year-old woman Wednesday after she barreled her SUV into the officer's path in Minneapolis Wednesday morning. Now, the mayor has furiously demanded the agency get the F out of the city. The incident has inflamed long-simmering tensions between the city, immigration authorities, local kind of authorities, and federal authorities. So this might be one of the first very blatant kind of federalist crisis that we've had in a while. What is the supremacy of the federal agencies? What happens when a state decides, fuck off? Where does it go from here? Is there a way for it to go from here peacefully? I don't know all these answers. I am sure that there are a bunch of smart people. I kind of was listening to Bronca's take on this. So you're going to have a lot of different opinions. And I'm of the opinion that we should wait and get all the facts before we try to figure anything out. But I know that's, a logic that why would we do that in 2026? It's who would take a minute to think? Now, in the footage, ICE officers approach a plum-colored Honda Pilot and order the driver out of the vehicle after she blocked the path of their truck. And I've seen the footage. Obviously, I can't play it on here because YouTube doesn't like violence. It's visceral. It's graphic. Look, there is a person that's no longer alive now. I haven't paid attention to it. I haven't made any decisions about it. And I wish we would all just wait for one flippin' flapjack second and try to catch our breaths and maybe look at things. Yeah, that's John Kerry. Like I said, I basically unplugged. So I really don't, I'm kind of learning this stuff. I've seen the video, but it's a lot, y'all. We've got a cold or a rain front coming in. So I just needed to unplug. On that note, housekeeping, you will notice that there's not a Uvalde stream up. Nick got in contact with me, and we are going to try to watch it together because it is such a heavy trial. And, just it's a lot to try to do on your own, especially with this subject matter. So once I hear back from him, I will let you guys know if I will be on his channel, if we'll be dual streaming. I will try to get that info to you guys as soon as I know. He has a real job, so I'm sure. I don't know. I just wanted to. I didn't feel like dealing with my hair, so I I feel like I'm dressed like one of the chicks from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, only more boob. I, I feel like a Kardashian. It's weird. It's very it's very disorienting. You'll have to excuse me. Last night was not an easy sleep night. No, no. I want to file vote for Mo 2028. We've elected worse and your packages will get to you on time. No, apparently UPS, the United Postal Service, could not deliver them to my house. So they're holding them hostage at my post office. Yeah, I was irritated because that was like the only thing keeping me. Uh, since I've started back on my workouts, I did expect kind of an increase in pain because I'm waking up a lot of muscles and movement in the lateral and sagittal planes that old workout coach talk, but basically I'm working a lot of muscles in a lot of ways they haven't been worked in a long time. So I expected an increase in pain, but I always forget how much it does. So I was like, ooh, I get my pearl stuffed yesterday. And no. But you know what I did? I put that perky woman back on my TV this morning and attempted, 10 minutes again. So little baby steps, and it'll get to a point where I can do this and my body will be used to it. So I was kind of aware that it was going to be an uncomfy couple weeks, but you always forget that. Oh, in a random Mo story. So y'all know Mr. Mo is getting ready to go back to school for all of his computer Hogwarty magic. Because he already has like a business. Look, he's smart, like with numbers and sitting down stuff. There is not enough flashy. Look, when I got a graphing calculator, I used to play and write boobs on it. Like I was never going to use the graphing calculator for its intended purpose. Okay, so he he needed a camera, a webcam for his classes. Now I know I had webcams and I assumed that I kept them in my electronics box. I have like 3 of them in my big closet. So I assumed, okay, I know where they are. I am organized. Past Mo is going to help future Mo out. Well, past Mo decided to not remind future Mo that past Mo had decided that future Mo would remember she put all the webcams in her drawer so she would know where they are. Because I kept telling Mr. Mo, like they're in those things. I did a good job. Like I even like wound all the cords and like tried to make it not chaotic. So no, he was like, oh, here in your drawers. And I was like, oh, that's where past me thought I was going to remember. And he's like, I love you, but you're exhausting. So yeah, that's kind of what it's like being married to Mo. I wish past me would send future me post-its because uh, we don't communicate. we just we don't. Now, I do expect that more information is going to be coming out if any of these agents possibly had body cam footage, because I think what that might clear up how close the car was. You can see that there was contact in several of the videos that I watched, and it did look very much like she was aiming at them. But I tried to watch the other side as well, and look, I'm not a spatial distance person. So, as always, with every headline, I give you guys the headlines. I encourage you to think for yourselves, to get the information for yourselves. I don't tell you how to think, I just ask that you do. Don't be a thinking enthusiast or hobbyist. Use your brain. I don't care how you think, just do it. You know, that's it's like, I'm not your mom, I'm not your pastor, I'm not Oprah, okay? Also, in news, if you guys were unaware, Rick Reiner has lost Alan Jackson as his defense attorney. Now, there has been rampant speculation as to the reason why. For ethical reasons and I guess professional reasons, Alan Jackson did not get into many details about why the family or Alan or Nick had decided to cease using him. It does seem like, and logically, Occam's razor kind of logic tree, that the money isn't there. Now, that being said, he has said that he and his team have been investigating this case for 3 weeks, 24/7, and is willing to give all of that information to the public defender. And he did say that Nick was 100% not guilty. I'm willing to wait until we hear everything. I will say he made the case for Karen Reed, and I was a little bit skeptical at the beginning, so I was willing to wait for him to make the case on Nick Nick Reiner. So yeah, I think it will be interesting again with that 100% very confident that maybe there is information that we aren't privy to. There has been speculation also that he was going to plead not guilty by reason of insanity. And I think that opens up questions about how the law treats voluntary intoxication, or, kind of if Nick Reiner was told by psychiatrists and doctors that he had a mental health condition, but then he was also told that substance abuse would be contraindicated by either his medication or could worsen his mental health, and he willingly chose to take drugs, can he use that? I'm not a legalologist. I don't know, but I think it does open interesting questions. Now, Alan Jackson said that he had faith in the new public defender. Now, this does mean that he did not get arraigned yesterday. That will be moved to February the 23rd. But it looks like we will go ahead and be moving forward with that. The Reiner family did put out a very short statement. Again, very kind of non-specific. We trust the legal process. We trust the public defender's office, and we defer to the legal system to sort this out, kind of jazz. So it will be interesting to see what goes on in this case and moving forward as it goes to a public defender, and what kind of things we learn, because right now there's a lot of speculation and scuttlebutt. Now, we did seem to learn at the hearing that there were lawyers for some of the witnesses that might have been subpoenaed. Now, they didn't have it very well mic'd, but it did seem like several of the witnesses that have been subpoenaed are asking either not to be named or certain privacy aspects be respected. And with Hollywood royalty, with a lot of Hollywood celebrities, how is this going to play out? Are they going to be truthful on the stand? Are they going to want to air dirty laundry? I mean, they're basically going to be talking about a kingmaker, a man who was a legend in their field. it will be interesting to see if there are, publicists, spin doctors, what's going to go on. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Or 69. I mean, classic. So, again, it wasn't well mic'd, so I didn't quite hear exactly who, and it seemed like they were being very cognizant of not naming their client. But that's kind of all that happened yesterday. Now, again, I encourage you to, or encourage everyone to wait for more information about this, but this is definitely probably a news story that's going to be big in the news cycle today. Multiple people were shot outside a church in Salt Lake City as police search for the shooter. At least 2 people are dead and 6 others are injured following a shooting outside a Mormon church in Utah on Wednesday night. The horrific act of violence took place in a parking lot of a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints meeting house on Redwood Road, Salt Lake City, around 7:30 p.m. Now, I am going to raise my hand and say I am not an LDS, knowledgeable. Oh, for the love of goodness. I'm not an expert, but from my friends who are LDS, they more have a home church system. So the meeting house is going to be your small parish church, like your local community church, and you only go to the temple for certain really important stuff. So this is basically an attack on a small, very intimate, very, community-based local church. But they call it meeting house, but I wanted to kind of say, okay, that's a church. I am sorry, we have a big storm front moving in, and Hagatha is making herself known. So I might be a little squirrely today. I do apologize. Now, dozens of people were attending a funeral viewing inside the building at the time. This is just so incredibly tragic. Look, my heart breaks for every life lost, because that life lost touched people and they're going to be dealing with that pain. And I don't have to be on any side to say, can we just stop? Can we just stop? Like, when I say don't be a butt monkey, that's kind of like a broad umbrella. It shouldn't be this damn hard to just not be a butt monkey. If you don't like LDS, then drive out of Utah. If you don't like, whatever, drive away, change the channel, for the love of Cheetos. The more time you spend about worrying about what other people think and, people that disagree with you, it's ridiculous. Now, as of right now, police have not released a description of the suspects or the vehicle. However, one person at least has been taken into custody. That was just before 10 p.m. The incident happened around 7:30. Quote, "We don't believe this was a targeted attack against a religion, but we don't believe that it was random," Salt Lake City Police Chief Brian Redd said during a late-night press conference. Now, Chief Redd determined that detectives specializing in gang violence were also on the scene. Now, devastated family members were in shock at what had happened. "I was inside at the funeral viewing, and I walk outside and all my cousins are on the floor or getting shot," one shocked member of the family who didn't wish to give his name told local news. Tonight was a funeral viewing for one of my cousins who just died a few days ago, but I guess there's going to be more funerals now. Now, another family member, okay, look, media, could you just not accost people when they've gone through something tragic? I hate this. This is why I couldn't be a reporter, because if I see someone in pain, the last thing I want to do is, "How do you feel about that?" How about just giving people human compassion and kindness and sitting with them and holding their hand? This is why I can't be a journalist, like beyond my sit down journalism, because I just can't turn it off like that. Now, the situation is still very fluid with, the number of people wounded and unfortunately the number of people that have passed away. As of right now, 2 have passed away, 3 are in critical condition, while one of the condition of at least 3 others are somewhat unknown. There might be more updates as they do press hearing or press conferences. If you are interested in that, that's where they would release this information. Now, the city's mayor was also on the scene and vowed to work to catch the people responsible. So it does look like this was at least somewhat targeted, though they don't think it has anything to do with religion, or at least it's too early to tell. In my opinion, I would wait for more information before we make any assumptions that it has to do with this or that. But hopefully this family is being surrounded by love and support and keeping safe, because the world has gone a bit mad. Well, in good news, a missing South Carolina teen, Mackenzie Dalton, has been found safe after a month-long search, and it has led to an arrest. A South Carolina teenager had been reported missing late last year and has been found safe. Now, a man has been arrested in the case, according to authorities. The Lexington County Sheriff's Office said Mackenzie Dalton, 16, was found in Lexington County following an investigation into her disappearance. Now, deputies said that there's no indication that Dalton was held against her will or with someone she didn't want to be with. So it does seem like maybe she was having I hesitate to use the term relationship because she's 6 damn teen, and if they've arrested someone, then he's a damn adult. But I'm going to try. In her mind, she was probably in a relationship with this person. Now, she was reported missing after last being seen leaving her home late November, according to a January 2nd statement from the sheriff's office. Now, at that time, authorities said she was considered an endangered juvenile due to her age and the length of time that she'd been gone. Now, investigators previously said that they believed that Dalton may have been with a man she knew, although authorities did not release the man's identity. Now, the sheriff's office did... Okay, what is going on here? Is this the guy? Okay, now Mackenzie Keith English Jr., 18, was charged with obstruction of justice during their investigation. Authorities accused English of lying to investigators about being with Dalton and his knowledge of her whereabouts. Yeah, if you don't want to talk to cops, you get yourself a lawyer. Like, if they start interviewing you, you can ask for legal representation. You don't have to wait for Miranda rights. You can invoke your right to silence. It's kind of this weird thing. Although you're 18. Okay, what is up with teenage boys trying to grow whatever this is? Now, I don't remember anyone in my high school growing a mustache. Y'all, I go to my daughter's high school, and it's either boys that look like 12-year-olds or a fucking Al Borland convention with like a bunch of flannels and guys with beards that I'm like, I'm gonna need to card you. Oh, I'm 18. There's no in between. It's either like 12-year-old or Al Borland, or you have a mullet. I feel so sorry for my girls. I'm like, is there any attractive boys anywhere? Thank God to not be a teenager again and not have to worry about fads, because bless their hearts. I mean, it's a good thing I'm not attracted to high schoolers, because that's a whole other kettle of worms. Yeah, no chance. But still, I'm like, really? My middle daughter likes that Timothy Chamlet omelet guy, and I'm like, really? Really? Ugh. Yeah, I just mm-mm. Well, I'm glad she's back home, and hopefully this isn't going to be something that derails her, and she can maybe work on rebuilding stuff with her family. I don't know. I have run out of Oprah-ness, so You know what, y'all? That's about all for the headlines you need to know. Now we're going to get to, well, the headlines that'll make you scratch your head and wonder if possibly today will be the day that our six-pack lord comes back. Because what in the Walmart rapture?
The key-keeped scroll, thou glowing shrine of thirst traps, scams, and dollar signs. We chant in tones both grim and low, for virtue fled a long time ago. Kyrie eleison, Christe descendat, final form Jesus return in wrath. With six-pack listening, sword in hand, he cometh swift to cleanse the land.
Alrighty. So, the first one, now, I don't know who needs to hear this, and I say this with all effing seriousness. If you need to be told not to snort your food, I would like you to get help. I am afraid for you. Do not snort your food, no matter if this chick does. Because, y'all, if you needed to know today, you're today years old when I say, maybe don't snort your food. I snort all my food from omelets to steak, and it feels phenomenal, even though I'm at risk for infections. I feel like I'm watching that South Park episode where Cartman got everyone to eat the turkeys from the wrong end and poo out their mouth. I feel like I'm watching a TLC program. What is... Catherine quite literally inhales all of her meals. You wouldn't believe it till you saw it, but the Virginia millennial... What did we do to the millennials? Now, as a proud Gen-lennial, as I identify with the cynicism of Gen X, what the fuck did we do to millennials? Holy crap. I'm telling you, Barney was the starter thing, and then they made the damn Teletubbies. No wonder we're all messed up. My relationship with, let's see here. Oh, she's being shown off in Freaky Feeding Frenzy on Wednesday's season 7 premiere of TLC's My Strange Addiction. Caught it, she's a TLC chick. My relationship with food was normal up until the point that I was in community college. If there's not a better thing for sending your children to trade school, again, 2028, hand jobs for all, Mo for president. I'm going to stop this right. I'm going to nip this in the bud. I'm going to nip it because no. There are chores to be done. There are things to be fixed. There are potholes to be filled. We're getting the millennials out of the house. Except for me. Look, I'm exempt. It honestly started with a dare to try snorting a flavored fruit drink, she continued. I got a head rush, but it was actually fruitier in my nose than through my mouth, and it was phenomenal. Since then, I've been having my entire diet nasally for about 5 years. I'm guessing she doesn't have a Mr. Nasal Snorter. I'm guessing she's eating for one. I can't see... Well, I guess you could do like the Lady and the Tramp thing, you know. I mean, I guess you could split like a cup and do like the Lady and the Tramp thing. Like, I mean, that could be romantical. Would you like to share this? Would you like to snort this filet mignon with me? What the hell is wrong with people? Look, you don't have to do this to be unique. Buy wigs. It's less expensive. You don't have to snort anything. And you can pretend to be a different person, even if it slightly confuses you when you look at yourself. You don't need to snort your food. That means she's sniffing blended omelets with spinach and mushrooms, liquefied spinach, steak, coffee, and even spicy guacamole. Catherine confessed that she has an aversion to weird textures, but snorting food through your nose, perfectly normal. Okay. But she claims that she is, curious if her culinary conduct helps her avoid overeating and choking, declaring it really has no drawbacks. Now, unfortunately for Catherine, that's absolutely not true. It's off putting to family members, people, the general public, God, um, the spaghetti monster in the sky. Now, she spends much of Wednesday's episode fretting over how to introduce her odd obsession to her new boyfriend. Spoiler alert, in shock to no one except this chick, it didn't go over well. Catherine had gone on several dates with Justin before meeting him at the District Biscuit Company in Alexandria, Virginia. He presented her with a bouquet of colorful flowers, and she presented her problem almost immediately. Are you able to blend the food? Catherine asked the server as she sat down. The server said, no, we don't have a blender because we're a restaurant. Uh, we do have grits, tomato soup, or our in-house vegetarian sausage gravy. Now, Catherine selected grits because she was assured they could... You are trying to huff grits up a straw on a first date? Ma'am, can I interview you? Like, look, I don't get it. It is your jam. I'm not gonna... Look, I am probably gonna make fun of it. But, like, not meanly, just, like, kind of, why? And then just say, like, so you didn't think... You thought that trying to suck corn pudding up your nose was a way to make a first date. Catherine, what the F are you doing? Justin asked with concern as she put a straw to her nose to the grits. As one can imagine, that would be it's an icebreaker. I mean, he'll never forget her. Pick to Sal. Sal needs to figure, um, don't do this. Your body already has. So there's a principle called good enough in biology. And basically, think about it. Why would an intelligent design have or basically our tube for eating and breathing the same tube up to a point? Because it's good enough. And because of the, conjunction of the breathing and the eating tube, you can get pneumonia if you accidentally inhale your your food into your lungs. It can cause pneumonia. So maybe, again, I don't know if you needed to hear this today, but don't snort your food. Don't snort anything, really. And now I need to make sure that youngest, most feral never learns that this is even an option. You guys, I'm going to have to go put like a Mormon Amish lock on my internets because he must never know this is even a possibility. Well, in a lawsuit, I guess the first of his kind, I guess, former NFL offensive lineman Matt Kali'i, not a sportologist, is suing his ex-wife, model Haley, after she discussed the size of his, well, bait and tackle as being part of the reason that she ended the marriage, but not for the reason you would think. Now, allegedly, the 32-year-old former Panther and Viking claimed that Haley's comments during that live stream in November were invasive and destroyed his chance to stay out of the public eye after he retired from the NFL, which was, basically in the lawsuit that he filed Tuesday. Now, Haley's comments came in November in an appearance on Marlon Garcia's Marathon live stream, where she described his jungular region as 2 Coke cans, maybe even a third. Mazel tov? Condolent? Okay, I don't know what to do with that, but why would anyone feel the need to say there are inside? Look, I am the very last effing person to be pulling this like pot, kettle, nice to meet you. But there might be some things known as inside thoughts. Now, the size of your, ex's bait and tackle might be one of them, like, inside thoughts. When I am the voice of reason, when this person without a filter is like, maybe there's some things that can stay in your noggin and not come out your mouth hole. Now, Matt alleges that her comments gave him unwanted attention and invasive commentary from the public, adding that his family has been forced to endure public ongoing circulation about his schmeckle. Now, the 2012 Pro Bowler married Haley in 2015 and divorced 7 years later. He remarried in 2024 to his current wife, Kalani, with whom he shares a 1-year-old son. Now, the lawsuit alleges that because of Haley's comments, he has been subjected to messages of increasingly frequent, disturbing, and alarming nature. So don't be an asshat. Don't go into people's comments. Could we all just leave each other alone? Yeah. Again with you chicks eating weird stuff. Stop. I mean, now, again, I am the pickiest person in humanity. I eat from a toddler plate because I don't like my food touching. But you know what I don't do? If someone makes me something, if someone spends a lot of time, if a waiter brings something out, that has something I don't like, you know what I do? I suck it up and eat what I can and thank people and appreciate people for, trying to do something nice to me or for me. But what is going on? That's it. Everyone has lost their doggone minds. She wouldn't. In the damn nail salon? What in the ratchet Walmart flippin' flapjack? I don't know if she's from Appalachia, but we don't claim her. We don't claim her. Make no mistake, this Florida tattoo shop owner, Wendy Marshall, is so fond of raw meat that she scarfs down 2 pounds of it daily. Nope. I can't even read this. This is a nope. Nope. She's going straight to Greenland. Look, I can't. Ma'am, we'll set you up with a nice house and a cow. And nope. TLC is secretly trying to help us with our diets. Because I'm pretty sure. Okay, now, I don't mean to be a butthole, and I'm going to say something that probably is one of them things that I probably shouldn't say. But I thought if you only ate like paleo, you were skinny. I mean, look, I'm not trying to be a butt, but if she only eats raw meat, she's not eating carbs. So how is she fluffy? Because that's just pure protein. I mean, it would just seem like if you would only eat red meat, there'd have to be some dietary. Why do you even have an Instant Pot then? Well, I guess just no. Don't do this. That's about all the news we can handle for today. So let's get some of those clips. And y'all, I think I might have found something. I think I might have broken myself with this one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get copyright struck, but I saw the headline, and it's basically Super Mario Brother condom trumpet, which is a combination of words that I didn't think anyone would ever put together, but it's also been viewed 14 million times, which means that other people have seen this. I just didn't even know this existed. So 2026, we've got it. It'll be okay. We apparently have condom trumpets. It happens to a lot of guys. It's okay. I give up. I give up. What in the name of giblets in a handbasket? I knew that we were going to have some awful headlines, so when this popped up, I was like, "Look, I'll clip it out if I get in trouble." But what the? Oh crap, you guys! Now I won't be able to play Mario Brothers with my sons without thinking of Condom Trumpet. This could not go well. I rendered JKD Buck speechless. Life goal achieved. This is what happens when you open. See, this is what happens when the Sack Squatch was the gateway to this. I don't know. We shall see. This is why I have 6 kids. We had a band and I didn't know it wasn't for a trumpet. I'm waiting for Mr. Mo to get his copy of this video because I sent it to him and he has to take the boys to the dentist. Ooh, let me quickly resend it just in case because he doesn't pay attention sometimes. And I want to see if he starts playing this at the dentist office. This is what it is like to be married to me. I make no apologies. Super Mario? Condom Trumpet. Watch this be the one day that my mom decides to watch the stream. Oh, you know, I've been embarrassing to her for a while, so it's okay. Oh, I can't wait to see Mr. Mo, his face when I send him this. All right. Well, now that we've got our ab work in, we need to work on our faces. We've got our abs. I don't want to give us, we need to diversify our facial workouts. Baker has the laughing lady. We have Carol Maggio Facercise. Oh,
Instruction.
What in...
Welcome to Carol Maggio Facercise. The rich and famous have to pay thousands for Carol Maggio's personal instruction. With appearances on Geraldo, Dateline, CNBC, Mike and Maddie, George and Alana, Argentina's Ola Susana, the BBC's Good Morning Ann and Nick, and Big Breakfast in London, Carol's techniques have become sought after by thousands. Now, to start you on your way to a healthier looking, more beautiful face, here is Carol Maggio.
Hi, I'm Carol Maggio. This is an exciting day being here with you. Have fun and let's start facercising. Nasolabial smoother. Make a long O.
This, okay. I'm willing. I mean, who doesn't need a tighter nose,
with your mouth. Visualize energy moving up alongside of the nose. Visualize energy moving down alongside of the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Strong, 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 strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't even think I can make this face. What in the... I feel... Pennywise? I saw you get out from under my bed.
And tilt, tilt, tilt.
That seems like a David Carradine. I mean, usually it works better if a partner's there for you, just throwing that out there, ma'am, but you have fun by yourself. As the Divinals say, touch yourself. Just don't think of me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pump, pump, pump. Keep breathing. Keep sucking the corners in tight, 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 tight. Keep pushing the energy out harder and stronger and harder and stronger and harder and stronger. Push, 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 and relax. Exercise your face to a more vital, youthful you. Keep pumping and have a great time.
She was the original person. Well, you know, there is another person that we have an after. If you eat all of your meals through a straw, we have a bit of an after school special to end with.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm high on crack.
That's it. I would like the entire discography of this whatever this is. I'm digging it. I love it.
I'm Mr. I see you. I'm Mr. Pain in his back. They call me crack addict. Whatever I touch, sure to buy more drugs. It's never enough. Whoa.
He's the crackmeister. That's it. I need to figure out how to do stop motion animation. I have ideas. All of them terrible. All of them horrible.
He's Mr. White Christmas. He's
Not a chorus, not a barbershop quartet.
high on crack. He's Mr. I see you. He's Mr. Pain in his back. They call me crack addict. Whatever I touch, so to buy more drugs.
This is genius. I must figure out who did this.
It's never enough.
Oh, my algorithm is just amazing. Now, I lied. I do have another clip because you guys really need to choose. I have two paths in the future. I either become this chick or Possum Lady. Now, I used to love her show. It was called Semi Homemade. She made lawyer level booze. That being said, she was dating Andrew Cuomo, so it does make sense how much she was drinking. But I will be taking notes because she actually had recipes and crap.
And it's cocktail time. 2 shots of vodka.
You had me at vodka.
Now for the taste test, the best part of the day. And 1 shot of melon liqueur. 1 cup of peach schnapps. Now, if this is for my 6-year-old nephew Bryce, I would substitute peach.
Yeah, if this drink was for my nephew, I'd add white wine. I thought she was okay. I didn't realize she was semi-hitched to the Quominator. But, after seeing him in a tight shirt and seeing his nipple rings, I can understand why she drank. And sis, I get it.
Nectar for the schnapps. For Aunt Sandy, a bottle of white wine. And we got to have Sandy's taste test. Woo, it's going to be strong. You're just going to put in here some lemon liqueur, half part of that, to a half part of raspberry liqueur.
Just, have all the booze near your house.
This is a very rich flavored liqueur. And then 1 part berry vodka. And berry vodka is a very good. You can see it's my cocktail tree. I could drink all of these myself.
Wait a minute. She had a cocktail tree? Because I'm going to steal the hell out of that. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, well, because I like to find rainbow unicorns and all the shiny things. Now I remember. So that is the show for this morning. I will try to get in touch with Nick and then get out to you guys whether we're going to be streaming on his channel, my channel, or dual streaming for Uvalde. That starts at 10. Now, for those of you who maybe missed yesterday, the motion for a mistrial was denied. The defense did make a motion and preserve it on the record. The judge basically stated that the defense would be able to play the entire recording of the Texas Ranger interview that happened 4 days after the incident, in which there was no talk of puffs of smoke indicating possible bullet rounds hitting the dirt near her. There wasn't any discussion of her seeing the suspect, and then by extension, no placement of that suspect anywhere in her vicinity. So I fundamentally disagree with the judge that her testimony was not impactful. I was impacted. I can't imagine anyone with an ounce of empathy that listened to this teacher, explain how brave and willing she and other teachers were to fight back with scissors to protect their kids. And then how those little kids mirroring their teachers got their safety scissors. That was heart-wrenching. That was heartbreaking. And if the state had done its case right, if they had actually made this case about what they say it's about, that woman wouldn't have had to testify, in my opinion. But I am going to try to catch up with Nick and get that done before we start at 10. But all that to say that the teacher from Monday afternoon, as we closed out the day, will be back on the stand. And then at the end of the defense's cross and playing of that 4 day after Texas Ranger interview, the defense still has the right to strike her entire testimony. But they did want to kind of unring the bell to try to really put into the jury's mind that 4 days after the incident, when you would assume you would have the clearest memories, she didn't ever make any indications that she had seen the gun person. It totally doesn't erase that she was probably terrified. And she was so brave, thinking about sacrificing herself for those children. She did an excellent job, in my opinion. But that wasn't what she said at first. So they do need to find a gentle way to cross-examine her, and hopefully they can do that. I think the defense has been as gentle as they can be and as respectful and restrained as they can be. So we will be doing this together. I am glad that Nick reached out to me. It is a really heavy trial. So if this is not a trial you want to hang out with me and watch, I have other shenanigans trials. But, think of yourself and your mental health, because this is a very heavy trial. But I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to go make sure I have my snacks ready and my notebook charged and all of my, being a functional streamer done. Like, comment, and subscribe, all the YouTube-y stuff. Remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but have a sassy mouth and carry a can of bitch fire, because snorting food up your nose is wrong. Stop trying to make it happen. Fetch will never happen. Don't snort anything up your nose. Bye, you guys.